Hey, we literally just finished Devil May Cry 1. So, it is time for us to move on to the next game, Devil May Cry 2. We're keeping this truck going along. We're keeping this truck going along for our Angels and Devils series. So, amigos, I climb to begin. I have heard that this one is not very good. It's not the creme de la creme of the Devil May Cry series, but that's okay. That's okay. We play when we do one of these series, we'll play all the games that are available to me. So I'm so eager as a clam to get back into it. Normally, I do have a section in our lore board where I talk about all of the things that I know before starting the game. But this is a little impromptu, so I don't have that. So I'll just tell you guys what I know before starting right here, which is nada. My understanding is this is gonna be a sequel to the first game, whereas the third game is its prequel. I think that's my understanding of this entire thing. I've heard that it is not well beloved, which makes me a little nervous. And I think that's it. I think that's all I know about the second game. So, let's get into it. Capcom presents Shang Tsung. Ooh. The Tekken Tag 1 music. Sick. Who's this? My devil form, my devil gene form. Interesting. They've switched out the sexy lady on the on the title card with Dante, who is also, I would say, equally as sexy. I'm eager. Let's see. I'm gonna go in with an open mind, chat. I'm gonna go in with an open mind. Open mind, open heart.
In an age of darkness, when the earth was overrun with demons, and humans were powerless under their rule, humanity's hope lived in a demon named Sparda. With a spirit unlike any other, and wielding the sword that bore his own name, Sparda eradicated the demons. The legend of Sparda has been inherited by his son, the demon slayer, Dante.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Are you a thief? same VA? Is it the same VA?
Till next time, son of Sparta.
Whoa. She had like 3 different accents in just that one sentence. Ah, yes. My continent. The country of... Ooh. Different outfit. Valdilobos again? First we were in Salazar's castle, but now we're backtracking to the village. El forastero! Is he wearing heels? Listen. She's feeling cut. Da, 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 da. All right. Agonofinis. Also, hey, look at that. They have different enemies for for the same room now. Hell yeah. Technology really is evolving. That's beautiful. I like this little Italian villa, little Italian town. It's a French island town, is it? Mais oui. When he shoots from the air, he's upside down. That's so funny. Look at this. He sells them off to pay his bills. Does he really? Hey, I get it. In this economy, have y'all seen gas prices nowadays? Yeah. Can y'all blame him? I'm paying $5 a gallon. My God. Yeah. Can't blame the guy, Ultima. Right. He's over there at Pawn Stars. He's over there at Pawn Stars, Goose. And Rick's like looking at his weapons like, best I could do is 500. And Dante's like, yeah, that'll work. Rick's over there like, I've got a guy. I've got a guy who can help us out here. Chumlee's over there juggling the different weapons like, huh? Yeah, Rick, they feel real good, Rick. Hey, girl. Lucia, it's me, Dante. I love your, like, Wendy's red hair. Ooh. Nice going, Lucia. Nice one. And this is a different director, right? This isn't Kamiya anymore, because I think when I was doing the research for Devil May Cry 1, it said that he'd only worked on the first of the games. After this game, interesting. Yeah, because he had important work, Ultima. God called on him to make Bayonetta. While he was sleeping, God spoke to him and said, "Listen, you're about to make history." My home.
Where's Mathieu? Mathieu? Mathieu?
Good grief. They really made a big mess, didn't they? It sure took him a while to find this place. Oh, you have arrived, son of Sparta.
You knew him?
Oh, yes. We are the guardians of this land, Vie de Marlie. Our clan once fought against the demons with Sparta, son of Sparta. We must ask this favor of you. You see, there's a man who's transformed our land into a demon's paradise. His name is Arius, And although he is the president of an international public corporation, he uses the demon power. Please, deal with Arius and his master for us.
Looks like it's your lucky day.
Wonderful! I am very pleased. It leads to a harbor. If you are successful, I will tell you a story about your father, son of Sparta.
Oh, you knew him?
We used to be lovers, he and I.
I wonder when they get rid of the fixed camera. Just no reason, just asking for a friend. Yeah, just curious, pure academic curiosity. So mostly there, and then mostly gone in 4, but still somewhat there, and then 5 they're gone fully. So I have to wait until the most recent game for them to change it. What in blue blazes? Oh. That's me, but evil. With the heart of a flying demon bird. Oh. I see. Cool. I see. Interesting. Okay, I'm in.
Me, Caesar!
Orangguerra? What? Oh. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me. Ah! I have to remember that there's a different button now for dodge. Get down, sir. Excuse me, sir. Okay, keep an eye on his shadow. Whoa! Hi, pardon me, sir. Pardon me. Oh, and now the health is not full heals anymore. Interesting. Nice. Oh. I'm happy to report that it does seem like the... I am happy to report that it does seem like the dodge is very reactive. I like that. Nice. So ooey and gooey. Honestly, I'm not hating my time yet. So far, so good, chat. So far, so good. So far, Devil May Cry 2. Yeah, having a good time. I wonder what, in terms of like success, I wonder which of Capcom's series, like how the list would go, right? I am like 90% positive that Resident Evil would be its most successful one, but I'm not super sure. Let me see. Resident Evil is its top one. Monster Hunter is its next one? Really? Monster Hunter? That's so interesting. Street Fighter? That makes sense to me. Street Fighter and then Mega Man. Yeah, I guess that makes sense to me too. Interesting. So Devil May Cry, I guess, would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's fifth one. So top five. Top five, it seems, but interesting. I didn't know that Resident Evil was like at the tip top of the list. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know that Monster Hunter was gonna be was that big. Joke's on me for not knowing ball, chat.
I'm ready.
Oh, this is the tentacle monster that the thing's on. Joctadugulum. Come on. Switch the damn target! Fuck, dude. Okay, go on. There we go. L3 to change lock on. Okay, thank you. Thank you. No joke. Maybe Dante and Leon would get along. Look at that. Hell yeah. Oh wait, I don't get an actual like motorcycle section. Gur and Freck. God. What? In blue blazes? The wolf inside me. Oh. Are you Mr. Arius?
Who's this?
Demon tank? Girl. So there's I can sense there's something a little wrong with this enemy design, chat. I can't seem to put my finger on it. What could it be? Oh, shit. Oh no. First the infested tank, now the infested helicopter? Is that the plan? Helicopter. He's doing the hop thing again, look. What in blue blazes is happening? No! Dante! You asshole, you fucking... Oh, I can't stand this fucking fixed camera. I also feel like the difficulty on this, I don't think I chose a difficulty when we started this game, and so I feel like we're still on the easy mode from the first game. Like I feel like we're in this weird spot with the difficulty where it feels really easy. And also the enemies seem to have like this weird, like, I don't know, blind spot about them that makes them really easy to exploit. Yeah, it feels like almost a seismic shift, right? Because like DMC1, had I not chosen the auto easy mode, would have kicked my ass left, right, and center. And it did. And then all of a sudden, we've like overcorrected, and now it's like, huh. Oh, okay, well, I guess this enemy just takes like 3 hits, okay. Oh, is it the dog guy? Dog fella? Oh, yeah. interesting. It kind of makes me think of the Gamora boss in Bayonetta 2. Just purely because he's on the side of a building. There's no real other reason. What? Ah, fuck. Yes. Ah. Can I just chill out under here? Will that work? Found it. I think the name of the game here, chat, is I just have to find the, his, like, spot. The spot where he just can't attack me. Okay. Sorry, I'm locked in it. I don't want to do this fight again. Okay. Ah! Girl, fuck you. Two, I think it's 3. Yeah. One, 2, 3. And then he parks. He parks his big ass over here. There we go. I see. Oh, this guy again? Ouroboros! Ouroboros! One more thing before we get into the game. Let's get into our lore board for Devil May Cry 2. Let's talk about it. And some quick specs before we get into it. It was developed by Capcom Production Studio 1 and published in 2003. It was directed by Hideaki Itsuno, who takes over the franchise after the last guy, because that last guy went off to do a different game that we have played here, Bayonetta. So Hideaki Itsuno has been a video game director and designer since 1994. He began his career with Capcom. Very cool, very cool. And unfortunately has only recently left the company to work with a place called Lightspeed Studios. I don't believe that they've announced what game they're working on, but that's where he is now. And he's been with the company for 30 years. My God, good for him. His best known works are two famous series within Capcom's chronology works. Devil May Cry and Dragon's Dogma. So, Very cool, very cool. That's our new director. We're working with him. And I think he's directed all of the upcoming games for Devil May Cry, with the exception of the reboot, which he did work on, but I don't believe he was the director of. I'm just working off the top of my head here. Okay, I have to remember how to play. It's been a couple of days, so I need to refresh myself. An oil rig? Oh yeah, I forgot that the company is called Ouroboros. Ouroboros. Dante, I only have 7 minutes to play with you. I saw this post recently where someone said that in Resident Evil 1, when, what do you call it? When Wesker shows Chris his, like, tyrant, and Chris, like, laughs, Wesker goes, "Chris, stop it!" He was so heartbroken. He was like, "What do you think of the next step of human evolution?" And then, if I remember correctly, what Chris says is, "Wesker, you've gone senile." And he goes, "Chris, stop it." Chris, what do you mean by that? I do bet, too, that all of the stars fellas, I bet they played all sorts of pranks on Mr. Wesker, you know? Wesker's coming in, all the stars officers are like giggling to each other. And then once he sits down in his office chair, whoopee cushion. What the? How dare you? How dare you put a whoopee cushion on my chair? Is this M. Bison? Hey, Hachi Mishima! Listen, y'all may not like this Dante, but I do love this waistline.
Well, what have we here?
Ooh.
Do you have to ask?
Maybe another time.
Okay, hold on. Wait a second. I like the style of this guy. Gamora? I like the style of this guy. He's kind of cool. Oh. Oh. Ow. Minotaur. Furiataurus. Hello. Ah, Big Papa. No, I'd sit on that in a heartbeat. I like his style. Listen, I am a big fan. One of my favorite fashion choices is like having a like big long coat hanging off of your shoulders. I think it's sleek. I think it's sexy. You know, it's so refined too. I love it. I love the look of it. So whoever that man is, my God, my God, my God. Although his bald head is quite smooth, I kind of want to touch it. I think it might be like a mixture of the PlayStation 2 graphics or whatever, but I just want to like rub his head, you know? Heyo, heyo, I'll show you rubbing head. So, this is a boss fight, I see. So this is a boss fight, I believe, chat. Huh. Okay. I am very much taking this boss fight seriously. I am very much locked in. I am not thinking about anything else besides this boss fight. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Definitely a DMC 2 boss fight. Yeah, I see. You know, some would say, Stetson, that this boss fight is harder than some Elden Ring bosses. Some would say, yeah, rumor says. I've heard on the grapevine that this is a boss fight. What just happened? Girl, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. What in blue blazes is happening? There is something that I wish DMC2 has more of than DMC1, which is I wish there were more puzzles. One thing that I actually really enjoyed about DMC1 is it mixed this like really interesting gameplay, this really interesting combat system with what do you call it? Like a Resident Evil like puzzles. And that's actually something that I believe is like different about Resident Evil, which is I honestly don't like a lot of the combat in like a lot of the earlier games. And y'all have heard me say that ad nauseum, right? I really dislike doing the combat with the tank system. It annoys me. I get aggravated by it. And so that's something that DMC1 actually does really well. And so with this one, where it feels like we've just taken out all of the puzzles, we've like, you know, gone under the hood and we've like ripped out the wiring and such, and we've just left the combat, I don't know, it just doesn't make it as interesting to me. I think if there's anything that I'm gonna criticize it for at the Mo, now that we're at the almost halfway point of it, I think that's the part that I'm a little saddened by. You know what? I actually really like that. That's... If there's anything I really like about DMC2 is its water graphics. Wow. I feel like I'm like looking at a lava lamp. The factory has started to collapse. An alert can be heard, which means that this building may explode at any moment. Oh, let's see. Also, I'm not mad at the story so far. I'm into it. There's also like a lot of like, I don't know, interesting elements that I'm actually really into. I just feel like at times it's a little underutilized. Like, I like the idea that Dante is now getting like these orbs or these parts of an amulet that like augment his like devil powers. I'm into that. I'm into that idea. I think that's actually really cool. There is so many like elements to this game that I'm like, oh man, dude, if only you like did something better with this, that could be phenomenal. You know what I mean? All right, get in your little airplane, Dante. Get in your little airplane. Oh, there we go. Yippee! Oh, fuck. Yippee! What? How did we crash the plane like that? What? Oh, I see. There's like a little hole here now. What? Just, what's happening? Oh. Oh, I like those motorcycle textures. I've literally lost track of what's happening. So there's this oil rig, right? Why are we here? That's what I want to know. Why are we in a cemetery? Oh. I like the sound of this game. Very nostalgic. I can vibe with that, yeah. Oh. Or Tekken Tag Tournament 1. Just thing. Do I like the soundtrack? Yeah. That did not sound very convincing. Yeah, sure. No, I do like the soundtrack. I would say though that it's not really my style usually. But like there are tracks in it that I have been a really big fan of. I think a lot of the boss tracks in the first game I've been really into. Girl, fuck you. Get away from me. I can't stand these fucking worms. This music is so it's so PlayStation 2. This music reminds me a lot of the sewer, not the sewer, it's like the marsh levels in Jak 2. Where like when you go out of the when you get out of Haven City and it sounds like this like who's this? Oh, it's the dogs again. Oh, it's that guy who was like chilling on top of the building. Bolverk. Enjoyed. I see. Girl. What in Blue Blaze was that? Oh, well, fuck. Hold on. The chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Oh, God. I'll take that, thank you. Ow. Everything's gonna be alright. I said, don't worry about a thing. Look at that frozen wolf over there. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Okay, so far this one's a fine boss fight. It's not blowing my mind, but it's fine. Watch, these guys end up being on our these guys end up being on my like favorite boss list at the end of the year. I said, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Oh God. Sorry, pal. I'm not gonna redo this fight. What the hell? Sir, get away from me. I think that's my next big question here, you know? Why are we here at this like random temple? What's the... They didn't even give us like a lore explanation. Weren't we just chasing some evil Russian man? Why are we here? Oh. Hey.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes. Now we can stop Arius's ambition.
Whatever.
But actually, I do not deserve this power.
Someone get him some brown contacts now.
Please. I've got something that I need to take care of.
The way that he literally asked, "Did you find what you were looking for?" Yes. Whatever. You asked. What do you mean? Constant blue steel, I know. His eyes are so unnerving. Plutonian. I feel like this is one of those things where the developers know what they're... The developers know a lot more than we do. And they just don't want to share with us. Like, why are we here at this temple? Why are we hanging out here? What's that cup that you just got? Why do you need that? And I honestly feel like it makes me feel like I haven't been paying attention. But I have. Why did we end up on the oil rig? What's going on? I never finished 2. It's something. Like, honestly though, call me, I feel like DMC 1 had a pretty neat plot. I won't say that it's like complicated, right? I don't think I would write like a dissertation about DMC 1's plot, but I will say that it's nice, it's short, it's sweet, straight to the point, and especially for its time, the gameplay was really smooth. I had a really good time with it. I just feel like they kind of dispense with a lot of the really nice, charming elements of 1 for the sake of like just putting more action in, and to me, that's when it like loses its charm. Can I be honest? Can I be really honest? This is how I feel about the era of Resident Evil, when they like really leaned into the action of their games. And to me, I was like less interested about that and more interested about like the puzzles. I was more interested in the like, you know, the story and all that stuff. But when they like really lean into the like action sequences, like now we're like flying airplanes into Chinese cities, and I just got really, I don't know, I just lost a lot of interest in that part. Oh, hey. How'd you get here?
Seems you have obtained the final Arcana.
The what?
It's from your daughter. What are you doing, Granny?
There is one more thing I need to ask of you, son of Sparta.
What's up, Queen?
My daughter went to face Arius all by herself.
What?
Please, take these and save Lucia.
I don't... The wrinkles around her mouth look like Pringles. Like the Pringles wrinkles.
Your lucky streak continues, Granny.
Not Pringles, what's that called? Ruffles. It looks like the Ruffles. Like the, you know, the little divots in the Ruffles. It's like that. It's just so funny. What happened?
Kill me!
That man is going to bring me the Arcana shortly. You will live to see that.
That's just a piece of crap.
Oh, Arcana.
Here's another 3 for you.
Oh, the... yeah. No!
Crap like that doesn't interest me. But... your swan song will.
What the hell? Wow. I can't get invested in this story. I'm sorry. I think so. The way that this story is kind of just like jumping between plot points without really like there being connective tissue. Like I can see where they're going, right? I can like get a general gist of like what's happening and such. But the fact that it like goes from like, I feel like I'm watching a movie through YouTube clips is what this feels like, you know? It feels really disjointed between the missions. I feel like, what's that thing called? You know when Fandango puts up like clips on YouTube of like movies and it's like 9 out of 13, 10 out of 13, you know what I mean? And like if you watch just the clips, you might be able to get the gist of what's going on. That kind of is how I'm feeling right now. I feel like I'm getting clips of a game and I have to put together the like connective tissue to understand it. Because you mean like we were like hanging out in France? Okay, I was there. We're hanging out in France. We're hanging out in that place. We're hanging out and like doing the like, I don't know, we're trying to find this like evil CEO and I'm like, yeah, I'm in. And then like randomly we're in an oil rig and he's there. Okay, fine. Maybe he like left to go there. But then all of a sudden we're at like some random fucking temple. Since when? Since when? When did we establish that we had to go to a temple to get the Arcana? What the fuck is the Arcana? Where did we mention that before? Now we're after that, and now... And like, I can see... There's probably like some ancient relics that make him really powerful. It just feels really disjointed, and it's hard to invest in the story when it's like that. It's like a highlights reel of a story, right? It's like when you like someone goes to a concert and they post all the videos of them at the concert and you're just like clicking through. And the thing that like kind of sucks too is I actually really like Arius. I'm not... Like, he's kind of, I don't know, he's interesting. He's an interesting villain. Maybe interesting's the wrong word. Thank you, I will save when we get to a save point. Yeah, like, like, the design on him's really interesting, and I can vibe with it. I just don't... They're just not doing him right in the story. Oh, this is a good OST. And that's a cool move. Like him, like smoking a cigar and then like throwing it in like a black hole opens. Fuck yeah. But like, I don't know. I'm just having a hard time vibing with this story. Like, it's kind of lost the same charm that DMC1 had for me. Ooh, fuck. Go, Dante, go, Dante, go! Where'd it go? Where'd this bozo go? Oh, it's right there. See why everyone treats him to the ugly middle child that she is? Yeah. And honestly... Hold on.
I must obtain the power of Argosax. or I cannot transcend all living things.
Who?
Too easy.
You cannot win. Someone is holding you back.
Forget about me. Kill Arius.
Don't worry. I've got you.
Shut up. I have no words. I wish that they've laid the foundation a little bit better on the relationship between Lucia, because right now I'm still in the mode where I'm like, who the fuck is this? You know, who is she? You know, they have not established who she is, what is she doing, and like what's her damage, you know? And so, like, now that we're seeing Dante and her interact, it's confusing to me.
Why did you save me? I was created.
What?
Every hero has a
The ritual was activated because of me.
What ritual?
There's still time.
We have until the sun is completely eclipsed. But how are you going to enter the building? The entrance is...
Where there's a will, right?
What ritual are we talking about? Where are we? Okay. What is happening? Oh my god. Alright, well, okay, so she was created by Mr. Arius for the purpose of the ritual. Okay. Sorry, I need to connective tissue that for my brain too. You again. Big Papa, what are you doing here? Okay. All right, pal. All right. I get it, pal. I get it. That's enough out of you. That's enough out of you, pal. I will say this fight feels so much smoother than it was in 1, so I do like this. Come on. I think part of the reason why is because there is a dedicated button to dodging, and not like the 3 buttons that it took to dodge in the first game. Okay. This one might actually be the best fight in the game so far. Okay. Oh. I see. You know what? The only base thing that they've done so far is make the true devil a CEO. Did we make it? Are we out? What is this? The multiple angles, the multiple Bollywood zoom-ins. I do like his nose, though. I am charmed by his nose. Oh. I am charmed by his nose, but I am scared of his eyes.
You must repent your sins. Don't speak. Just die.
Don't speak. Just die. Hell yeah. He's like a really freaky booger. The moon! Huh. I see.
Now, I'll absorb his power. I will become an all-powerful immortal.
What the fuck? He just like lost all his aura. Nah. God dang it.
What's going on?
Is there a problem?
Oh, he gave the wrong coin, didn't he? He did.
Is that the medallion?
Yeah.
You switched them?
A false coin for a false god.
That's pretty neat. I like that. That's a good twist. Hell yeah, Dante.
Showtime.
Hell yeah. Gang. He was so cool right up to the point where he just started like he started sounding like a hog call. I can't fucking stand your ass.
My dream, my life. I was going to be the king of this world.
King? Yeah. Here's your crown.
Hell yeah. I was going to be the king of this world. Hit me with it. I think we have like 2 more chapters to go.
You defeated Arius. There's just one thing left.
Yeah, what's that?
Kill me. Kill me and everything will be over.
What is that?
I thought I was a descendant of the clan that protects Vie de Marlie. The ones who have the blood of the devils. But the truth is, I was created by Arius. I could become a monster and attack the humans at any time. Now, kill me. It's your job to hunt devils.
Well, goodbye, Lucia. Oh. I swear, if this builds into a rocket ship, I swear. If this like transformers into a rocket ship and takes us to a level on the moon. Oh, a black hole. I'm into this song though. I like this
What? The ritual was incomplete. But the door to the demon world is... Wait. What are you doing?
My job is hunting devils.
Once you enter the demon world, you may never be able to return. I'll go. I'm expendable.
What's that around her eyes?
You don't need to worry about me. I'm happy if I can die like a human.
No. Devils never cry.
That was one of the wildest.
Fate.
That's one of the wildest tear animations I've ever seen.
You go.
It looked like she had some sort of like disease. She was like, getting like mold around her eyes.
See you around.
Don't you want to hear the story about Sparta from Mathieu?
I know. He did the same thing. Hold on to my coin, Lucia.
Lucia. Emphasis on the E. I see. I honestly thought that the term devil may cry, yeah, it refers to his business, but I did think that it was gonna refer to the whole like meme where everyone goes, it's so good, a devil may cry. I thought that that's what it was like referring to. I didn't know that it referred to him like wiping the tears off the leading lady and go, devils never cry. Devils never cry. Well, it's all good, Lucia. This ain't my first rodeo. Oh, it's like an amalgamation of all our bosses. That's kind of cool. Agrosax the Chaos. Me and my monkey. Oh, I died. I'm into this boss. I'm into this boss. Not only an amalgamation of the bosses from this game, but the last game too. Like you can see the griffin in the back. Hell yeah. Oh god, fuck. This is gonna be a whole lot easier if I do this. It's not gonna do as much damage, but it's easier because I just have to press one button. Okay. That is gonna be annoying though, so hold on. Here, I'll mute that for you guys. Oh no! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, okay, what now? What now? What's that? Oh my god. Insta kills me. Another boss fight? Who's this? The despair embodied. Oh, we're so screwed. By the way, this is the end for us. By the way, who are you? Yeah. Oh my god, it didn't take me all the way back. Let's go! And I'm not about to do that entire big boss fight again. Ah, fuck. Okay, that was a good one. That was a good haul. Okay, come on. I can do this. I can do this. I know I can do this. If I just believe in myself, I can do this. Oh! Honestly, this is a really good boss fight. I'm into this. All right. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Ah! Ha! Surprised ya. Oh, fuck. I like the fact that he's like changing between like man and woman. Hey, yesterday was Trans Visibility Day. Extinguished. Hell yeah. Ayo, Trish's power? Yeah, first try, let's go! Not a single death throughout the entire game on my end. Not a single one, I think.
Yeah. Let's go all the way to hell.
Where'd I get this? Where'd I get a Harley Davidson? I think there might be 2 more levels. Oh wait, or was that the end? Oh, that was the end! What? So Dante's just stuck in hell now? Is that what happened? Dante's just stuck in hell now? Well, I guess we have time to get into it. Maybe we can at least start Lucia's thing.
Devil may cry.
Alright, Lucia. Lucia. Maybe this will explain everything. Hold on. I'll let him cook. I'll let him cook. Maybe this will explain everything. Alright, Lucia time. Lucia time. She has like throwing knives. Cool. Oh, does she get one of the devil things too? Interesting. So she has like very similar powers to Dante. You know what this feels like? It kind of feels like another version of Separate Ways. I think there's a lot of elements that she brings to the table that's actually really cool. I just wish the story did her better. See, look how cool this devil form is. Hell yeah. Oh, this guy again? The what's it, Plutonian or whatever? Oh, this guy's different. Tartarussian. Interesting. Ow. Unfortunately, her dagger move is not as OP as Dante's. So it's almost better just to attack like this. Oh, hey, bada boom, bada bing. But also because her moves are not as OP as his, it does make this a little bit more challenging. Interesting. I wonder if I might end up enjoying her storyline more than his. I'll let him see, I'll let him cook, but interesting. Ah, so that's how we get the dagger. Cool. Arcana Spada. One of the holy relics that was once used to seal a great demon.
You see, there's a man who's transformed our land into a demon's paradise. His name is Arius.
You know what she sounds like? She sounds like she's doing a fake French accent. She sounds like she's doing like a Cartoon Network French accent. And then he is the president of the corporation. Try the grace of it's delicious.
Honest, my dear.
Yes, ma'am. She doesn't sound French at all. She sounds like she's faking it.
That's done. Now we have only one piece remaining. I believe that it is in the ruin.
I know.
Right. Okay, it's all making sense now, right? It's all making sense now as to like where everything is. I just think that there is the lack of connective tissue on Dante's storyline is what makes his storyline frustrating. This feels really satisfying because it is filling in the cracks, but that it didn't fill in all of them. Does that make sense? Like, why does Dante know to go to the ancient ruin even though he never talks to them about going to the ancient ruin? Does that make sense? So I almost feel like inherently I'm gonna end up liking her storyline more just because they're like actually explaining things. I am a little thrown off though by like the color red in her hair. I don't know what it is, but like games in this generation that use red hair just don't look very natural to me. They look really, really fake. So the two people that I'm thinking about are like Lucia and that one guy from Resident Evil Revelations 1. Where like the red just like looks like plastic. You know what I mean? It looks very synthetic. It doesn't look natural at all. And so I don't know. I'm not too keen on red hair in these games. I think they nail it later on, right? Like the art that I've seen of Pylon or whatever her name is. It's probably not Pylon. The girl from Horizon. She, like, her red hair looks like really, really good. I think Ellie has like maroon, and that looks really good too. But it's like in this era, it's like PS2, early PS3 era, the red just like, it's so off-putting. The red-haired guy? Yeah, the red-haired guy. Whatever his name is. I remember calling him like the male Wendy. The door is closed tight. It's my Lucia impression. Oh no! Whatever are we gonna do? Oh, Dante, you're so brave! That's actually my impression of Rookie Leon and Dante Sparta Yeah, you know what? Here, I got it. No, Dante. All the zombies in Raccoon City are really scaring my skivvies off. Don't worry, babe. I got you. It's that image. Is that like Yaoi image where it's like that big buff guy and the and Rookie Leon's like sitting on his arm. Don't worry, babe. Girl, what was that? It's a blood goat, it says. The greatest of all time! I didn't know LeBron was in this game. Chad, how would you feel if I like what's that sound? How would y'all feel if I like suddenly turned into like one of those NBA 2K streamers? Oh, that's such an ugly sound. That's such an ugly sound. Holy, that's their wings flapping? Ew, what the fuck? It's their wings flapping, but it's all overlaid on top of each other, so it just sounds like the flap of my ass cheeks. Like, it's an ugly sound. Oh yeah, this is when we fight the Minotaur. What? Who's that? Who's the one? Not the guy, but the person in purple. Heihachi Mishima.
Well, it appears that the defect is back.
Defect?
You are my creation.
Liar! Mathieu is my mother.
She merely found you when you were about to be disposed of, and then raised you as a soldier. Is that what you consider to be a mother?
No! I don't believe you.
Look. You have the mark on your shoulder. Proof that you're a mannequin. Kai. That is your real name.
Oh.
Give me the Arcanas. With them, my power will be complete, and I will become like the immortal Agrosax. I will achieve absolute wisdom and transcend all.
This is the voice that I gave Manfred von Karma. I will become immortal.
Revert to its original form. Even you will betray your upbringing and turn on the humans. Accept it.
Honestly, the most evil thing about him is not the fact that he's like summoning demons and such, it's his eyebrows. Get the fuck away from me. I'm so sorry. If there's anything that aggravates me in this game, I mean, a lot of it aggravates me, it's the worm things. The worm enemies are literally the worst. Alright, get me out of here. 2x2. Oh, also, if you're following the near... Hold on.
I was created? That's why I have this ability. Someday I'll attack humans. I have to go.
It's just so nonsensical how Dante found her here, you know? Like, did she send a message? Did she send like did she leave a note behind? How was he able to, why did he like go randomly here? There's no connective tissue with his story. It's so silly. Water controls are not as bad as they were in 1. So I'm heartened by that. Honestly, I'm not that upset about the Lucia story. Like the Lucia disc. So far, it's not like, you know, Nothing to write home about, but it's like I'm not mad at it. It is mostly the Dante stuff that I think wasn't very good. Which is a problem in a Devil May Cry game. No flash photography, please. The pickup truck behind me at 3 a.m. Team, I'm not gonna lie. Water controls are not good enough for them to be putting a boss fight in here for me. What in Sam Hill, dude? I literally just need to get out of here. I literally just need to get out of here. This is, I think... That's legitimately, I think, one of the worst mechanics I've ever seen. Because you don't turn fast enough underwater, number one. You don't turn fast enough underwater. There's no dodge mechanic, and so, like, you're kind of just subject to them, to Mr. Fishman kicking your ass.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes. Now we can stop Arius's ambition.
Whatever.
I love this scene. Who asked? Tell it to somebody who cares, Lucia. God, the way he says whatever tickles me so pink. Now we can finally stop Arius. Talk to the hand, girlfriend. I do love Dante's fit in this game. It is nice. It is quite nice. Although I will say, they've done something to his eyes here, Mind Kid. They've done something to his eyes. They've like injected him with like lagoon water because they're so bright blue. It honestly like sends a shiver up my spine just thinking about it. Whatever. Who asked, Lucia? And he's like, have you noticed them yet? Have you noticed my bright blue eyes yet? Ooh. That's a cool visual though. I'm into that.
For a defect, you show promise. But did you really think you could deceive me? Have you come back to me, Kai?
I'm Lucia.
You tell him.
Don't call me Kai.
Then why did you come here? Let me guess. You seek my death.
Die!
I just love how the dialogue flows so smoothly, you know? See, the thing that, one of the mistakes that this game's story make, and there is a lot of them, is that they completely, like, destroyed this man's aura by making him, like, lose his mind in the end. He should have remained, like, as calm and cool and collected as he is right now.
Sky.
Nice.
Kill me!
That man is going to bring me the Arcana shortly. You will live to see that.
That's just a piece of crap.
Oh, we actually, do we get to see, like watch a fight cutscene? We don't?
Forget about me. Kill Arius.
Don't worry. I've got you.
girl. I can't take this thing seriously. I can't.
But how are you going to enter the building? The entrance is...
Where there's a will, right?
Also, I hate to be the one to point it out, but Dante looks hard as a rock throughout this entire thing.
It is true that we are not tied by blood, but our ties are bound by history.
Her mouth is so scary.
Than blood. Now go. Everything I know, I have passed on to you. You are my daughter.
Cute. Didn't this happen before, or am I having major deja vu? It did. We saw that cutscene before, but it's like a. This is just like Lucia's side of things.
You defeated.
Oh, so we don't fight him.
Once you enter the demon world, you may never be able to return.
I'm fascinated by this because, as they said, Devil May Cry 3 is a prequel. So, from my understanding, 4 and 5 come afterwards. So maybe it explains what happens to him after he gets stuck in the demon world.
Hold on to my coin, Lucia.
Right. Right.
Dante.
So what happens now? Who does she fight? Oh, he's still alive?
It seems I have to finish him off myself.
I see. Okay. Cool, I'm in. Last mission. Flawlessly executed, Lucia. Get him. Ow. Okay. What's the secret sauce here? What are you planning, Big Papa? Also, I do love the 2 Doc Ock tentacles on his shoulders. The power of the sun in the palm of my hand. Bingo. Where's everyone going? Oh, is this the final boss fight? Come on, sir. Pick it up. Right. How? Get him, Lucia. God, I love her devil form.
You are not human. You are just a monster. A monster that I created.
Dante told me. Devils never cry.
Right. Second form. Nice. And then we see Mathieu solo him. We see Mathieu there. He's got that Gojo purple orb. she releases it. Arius Agrosax? I see. Oh, fuck. Ooh. god. Honestly, this does not look like a final boss. It looks like a... I don't know, like a mid-game boss. Dante told me, devils never cry. Alright. Zigzag! Zigzag formation, Lucia! Zigzag formation, Lucia! Yeah, here's my pro gamer strats, by the way. Ow. Pro gamer strats.
You must not worry, my dear. I am sure that he will return. Everything is just as it was with Sparta.
We did it? We won?
Oh my.
What is it, my dear?
Both sides are heads.
Heads, I go. Tails, you go.
It tricked me. That macho.
That macho. That would be a cool, like, little merch piece, though. The coin. Yeah. Oh, that we did it? Let's go. Let's fucking go. Well, let's talk about it. Okay. I think this is one of the best games of all time. I think that this is right up there next to like Grand Theft Auto. You know, this is like the past equivalent to like a Red Dead Redemption 2. Like this is the gaming equivalent of a Scorsese film, of like Citizen Kane, of a you know, of The Godfather, some would say. Game of the Year 2026. Mine I would dare say Game of the Year forever. You know? Forever and ever. One of the greatest games that have ever been put to paper. Game of eternity, really. Exactly. You know the thing they do where like they project out a song into space so that aliens can, you know, hear what humanity sounds like. Yeah, they're projecting this game. They're when they do that with video games, this is what they're sending out. When they create a time capsule of what life was like in the modern day, this is the game they're putting in. This game was buns. I'll admit it. Okay, you know, let's talk about it. You guys were right. You guys were right. Devil May Cry 2 is kind of buns. But I guess let me start with the good things. I do believe that just based off of Devil May Cry 1, the combat is leagues better. Or at least the controls for the combat are. I find them much more intuitive. I just find them quicker paced. And I will attribute that to, you know, as they like get to know the console better, right? So it has improved. So I will say that the combat just feels better. I think that the Lucia section is actually quite interesting. I don't think it's executed super duper well, but I think that it is interesting. I would be interested to see like what else they, I heard that she never comes back, but I would have been interested to see what else they could have come up with for her. Oh. Aspetta? Oh, did she take over his business?
My job is hunting devils. Devils never cry.
Where's Trish?
I know. He did the same thing.
But Sparta did come back.
What? Oh, and he fought his way out. I see. Yeah, imagine if the person that that motorcycle sound wasn't actually Dante, it was actually Trish. Trish and Lucia start dating. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're cooking with fire. And so yeah, I'll say like there are some good things. And I will say that I think my hope is that a lot of the good things that happened with the combat system, that happened with like enemy variety and all that stuff, I hope they take those into Devil May Cry 3 and they improve it even more. That's my hope and prayer. So those are like the good things, right? The bad things... Where do I even begin? I think that for me, I hate that they traded in the like interesting level design of Devil May Cry 1 to replace it with like slop. Because for me, this is like a personal preference. I don't love the big empty rooms where you just like fight a bunch of enemies and then like you move on to the next empty room and you fight a whole bunch of enemies there. I don't personally love that, right? It's kind of the reason why I really didn't like a lot of the like games in Resident Evil's action era. Is because that's what it feels like to me. It's like one empty room after the next, like a meaningless room to the next meaningless room, liminal space after liminal space where I'm just fighting enemies, and there's like no real purpose to that room. I would rather each room have a function, each room be like meaningful in some way. That I think Devil May Cry 1 actually did, and that's why I really, even though I didn't like love my experience with it, I really respected it. I don't feel that way about this. I think most of this game is kind of just action slop. And so like on that gameplay front, I didn't love my experience there. I think that the difficulty on this is so inconsistent. It's so odd. As you can see, I'm playing on normal mode and I'm over here like standing in the same exact place, shooting my pistol, spamming my pistols, and I'm like winning boss fights. That's a little redonkulous in my opinion. That's a little redonkulous. And so on that front, it honestly doesn't feel like a fixed game, you know? It feels kind of broken. I think the story is really disjointed. I see what they're trying to do. I get it, right? I get what they're trying to do. Where they're like, oh, you know, you play through Dante's story and there's like these like holes in it that, you know, playing through the Lucia one will fix. Sure, it like patched up some of the holes in Dante's story, but I still think that his journey is so disjointed. It's so nonsensical. It's lacking the connective tissue. I feel like with Dante's story, there's like a bunch of plot points that they like threw against the wall, and then they were like, good enough, you know? They didn't like add the connective tissue in between, right? Why does Dante know to go to the Lost Temple to go find her? Why does he know to do that? Why does he know to go to the like power station to go after Arius? How does he know that? Like, I would have loved to see this connective tissue, because without it, it just feels like we went from one plot point the devs didn't really want to bother with like writing this middle section, so they just like hopped to the next one, you know? It just feels rushed. And so to me, the story is a miss. Most of the game is a miss. Design-wise, I don't know. I don't think there was a setting in this game that like blew my socks off. You know what I mean? In Devil May Cry 1, there were so many moments in it that I was like, ooh, how unique, how artistic, right? I'm thinking about the outside of the castle. Just absolutely gorgeous, very unique. I'm thinking about the designs of inside of hell itself. Very, very cool. How they like disjointed everything. How like it almost feels like I'm walking into a one of those circus, like the circus like mirror things. It was very, very cool. But in this game, it was a weak imitation of that when they tried to do it. It's just not good. But consider the 20 tanks they threw at you, yeah. And I love the 5 minutes that it took to defeat each one, right? Treasure time. Yeah, I would say that I get why this is like a disappointment to a lot of folks. This is a really poor follow-up to Devil May Cry 1. And so I would say that out of 10, chat, I would give it a 10 out of 10. I would give it a, I have been saving this for a while. I am considering giving it our first 1 out of 10. But I don't think that's correct. It is definitely living in the 1 to 3 range, though, for me. I'll be nice, and I'll give it the 3 out of 10. I will give it a 3 out of 10. I could see it going all the way down. I don't see it going up to a 4. So, we'll wait a week. Yeah, yikes. So, let me, I guess, start with our lore board, and then we'll get into the review. Simple as pie. I just basically updated everything that happened. I honestly don't have any major thoughts about this game. I have no major thoughts. It's just vibes. But I have like marked down, you know, Arius's plan, Agrosax is right there, right? I get what they're trying to tell me, but I'll talk more about how well they executed that as we get to the review. So Lucia's stuff is updated, and, you know, stuff about the Arcana is updated. Yeah, so this is all there, right? Just basically everything that we learned. It has been a week since we finished Devil May Cry 2. What do I think of it now? Watch, it's like a 10 out of 10 now. Watch, in the weekend away from this game, all of a sudden, like, the angels have spoken to me, and they're like, yes, Monty, this is a goated game. Who knows? Quick stats, we started this on March 27th, 2026, which was the last day of Devil May Cry 1. We just, like, hopped right into that. And we finished it on April 6th, 2026. And it took us 4 streams to finish, which is 1 stream more than Devil May Cry 1 took us. Best parts, let's start with something positive first, okay? I think that they've made improvements to the combat, right? They made improvements to the combat, and it feels smoother. It feels so much more fun to have Mr. Dante hopping around, right? To and fro. The aiming feels marginally better. The guns and the weaponry just feel so powerful. Sometimes to a broken degree, but, you know, we'll forgive for right now. But otherwise, the combat just feels better. So kudos to them for that, especially because, and I've noted this down in the second point, there is a dedicated dodge button. If you don't know, in Devil May Cry 1, you have to like press one button, press another button, and then you have to like slightly tilt your joystick to the side. It's a lot just to have your character dodge. And so because of that dedicated dodge button, everything just kind of like fell into place. So wonderfully done. I also love the idea of augmenting your demon powers. That's something that they kind of played around with. I will say it was deeply underutilized, but I do like the fact that like you're finding these like bits of a devil somewhere like in the levels, and like, you know, you gain the power of flight, you gain the power of breathing underwater, and all of some such. And that to me was very, very cool, a very cool idea. I just wish that they used it better. OST is pretty good, right? DMC OST is you know, pretty solid rock themes there. And the Lucia section is decent. I think the Lucia section is a nice little cherry on top of the cake. I think that the Dante section gets a little off rails, but the Lucia section is nice and satisfying story-wise. It can, like, you know, wraps everything up in a nice, beautiful bow. So I can appreciate the Lucia section. All right, let's talk about the not-so-best parts. As the first point reads, most of this game is straight up poop from a butt. That's what it is. That's what it is. And here, let's get into some more detail, huh? Let's start with the boss fights. Boss fights are critical in a video game, and this game just really does not do them well at all. Not only are they, like, I don't know, not memorably designed. There are a few there that I think I will remember down the line, but they're just so weirdly, like, programmed, you know? Like, that's the best way that I can put it. Like, there are moments where I'm literally just standing in one place, shooting my pistols, and they can't hit me. And I'm just like, pew, 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 just watching their health meter go slowly but surely down. And once I get DT on, it's and they're gonzo, dunzo. And it's like, what is happening? To me, like, the ease of the game is funny at first, but then, like, it becomes just this massive joke as we keep going from, like, one boss to another where that's the same exact thing. To me, they're just not well designed. Like, sometimes it's, like, one mechanic that you have to learn, and it's like, okay, once you learn it, then it still is super easy. It's just, to me, the boss fights are just not well designed. Gameplay-wise, looks-wise, sometimes sound-wise, because sometimes, like, they do, like, this attack that, like, blows my speakers up. It's just like, golly. So, all in all, that is, like, one of their biggest L's. I think the levels are pretty empty and repetitive. You spend most of the time going through empty hallways, right, with the same exact enemies over and over and over again. And it's just not interesting to me. And I point this out because a lot of games have this, to my chagrin, right? A lot of games have this, but Devil May Cry 1 didn't. The thing about Devil May Cry 1 is everything felt really purposeful. I felt like every room that they threw me in, there was like some reason, right? There was some reason why I'm here. Why am I going into this place? Is it to solve some sort of puzzle? Is it to progress the story in some way? That to me is really nice, and it shows the intentionality. But in this one, I'm not gonna lie, it just feels like straight up slop. They're like, well, we need to make the game longer, so let's extend this hallway just a little bit, you know? That's what it feels like to me. It feels like they were just, as a gamer, I can feel that they were just trying to extend things to extend the playtime. And I'd rather you just made the levels with so much more intention. And finally, the story is just a mess. It's just a mess. I think playing through the Dante section is so messy because it feels like we're jumping from plot point to plot point without any, like, connective tissue, you know? It's like if we're retelling the story of Little Red Riding Hood, right? But she's at home at her parents' house, and then suddenly she's confronting the wolf. But, like, we don't get anything, like, in between. That's what it feels like. And then all of a sudden, she is fighting the lumberjack. You know, there's no connective tissue in between, and it just feels like, I think somebody said this on in the chat. They said that it feels like clicking through somebody's story highlights on Instagram. You're not getting the full story, and that's it just makes it such a frustrating play, right? Why am I all of a sudden in a temple? You know, when did we establish that Lucia was gonna be here? You know, why did we all of a sudden get to the oil rig? Hello? Weren't we in a city before? How did we get here? It's just so messy. And on top of all of that, the plot points that we do get, the moments of story that we do get are so unnatural when it comes to the dialogue that I feel like I'm watching a farce when I'm watching these cutscenes. It was funny and like kind of camp in the first game, right? Because they were telling a story and I could follow it, and I was like, okay, you know, kind of clever, right? You know, the I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light. Like, it's charming in its own way. But I can't even say that about Devil May Cry 2 because the story is so repugnantly paced that the dialogue just feels like another punch to the kidney. That's what it feels like. It lacks that charm. So just bad. Just poop from a butt. All right, let's go back to some positive things and then we'll get into the ratings and such. Number 3 of my favorite characters, right? So I have been updating this every time we stream the game, and so my third favorite character, final stop, is Mr. Dante. It's crazy that the main character of the game is all the way down here, and honestly, this could have gone either Arius or Dante for me. He is such a cardboard character in this game. But like, I think what honestly put Arius down at number 4 for me is because of his like final scene where he just lost all his aura. He was pretty cool all the way up until like Dante outsmarted him with the coin thing, and he just like, I don't know. He started like, talking like that, and I was like, just got the most major ick. So Dante has overtaken him for number 3. Number 2 is Mathieu. I think Mathieu is interesting. I feel like I would love for more lore of her to come out, more lore about the Guardians of Vie de Marlie. I would love for more lore about that to come out, but I just find her fascinating. I think the tender scene with her and Lucia is also really good, so I appreciate that. And also, her wanting to give up the Arcana to Arius just so Dante can save her daughter. Okay, there's some gems, there's some diamonds in the rough here. I can appreciate Mathieu. But my number 1 is Miss Lucia. Miss Lucia was just too cool for school. She's too cool for school. I like her backstory. I'm interested by this idea of her, you know, being a creation of Arius. I think for her, things made sense to me. In a game that, like, throws so much shit against the wall, this is the only one that really stuck. And so, I really appreciate Lucia. All right, top 3 bosses. This was difficult because not a lot of them were kind of bad. But number 3 is Mr. Nefasturris. I'm gonna struggle with all of these, by the way. The boss fight itself is fine. It doesn't really blow my mind. But I think the design of this guy was really cool. Like him clawing out of the side of the building was really fascinating. Just the look of him was really, really nice. Number 2 is Bolverk and his dogs. I like this fight a lot. I find the 3 targets really challenging, the way that the dogs kept jumping around and attacking you and like tackling you. Meanwhile, Bolverk is out here doing finishers on you. Okay, kind of sick. I was into this. But number 1 is Agrosax. I realized this about myself. I don't normally put final bosses in as my number 1. Because usually there's some sort of like hidden boss that like proves to be a different kind of challenge. But this one, the final boss was really cool. Genuinely really cool. I really enjoyed the amalgamation phase where he's like all kinds of these different bosses and they all, he showcased some sort of move from them. I was really into that. His final form where he's like this, he's got these two different like modes of attack based on like which gender he is. I was so into that. So Agrosax was genuinely a pleasure and a half to fight against. All right, top 3 worst bosses. The design on this guy on Nocturne was pretty good. I like this like moth enemy, right? It was actually pretty stunning to fight. I hate the worms. The worms are legitimately my least favorite enemy in this entire game. Oh my god. They grind my gears. And so, if not for them, Nocturne would not be on this list at all. Because this is actually a really good design. But the worms! The worms! There they are, the worms. Number 2 is Infestant. This is the cream of the crop, one of the worst design bosses ever. I'm literally standing beside him where he can't hit me, and this like little gun thing keeps like rotating trying to hit me, and I'm like it's ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous that this was ever included, that this ever made it past playtesting. It kind of beleaguers the mind that it ever did that. But number 1, I think in a perfect world, this would be number 2. But the water mechanic in this, or the water swimming mechanic in this, is not good enough to have a boss fight in. And so putting one in where I'm forced to like slosh around and like just hope for the best, yeah, that was rough. That was incredibly rough. I have one favorite story moment, and that's the mother-daughter talk. I thought this was really sweet when she was like, I don't care that you're a creation of him. You're my daughter. And then Lucia's like, Mathieu. 100% accurate recreation, by the way. So that was really nice. That was really sweet. Okay, let's get into this rating, so just so we can put this chapter behind us, chat. Okay. As the credits were rolling, my initial rating was a 2 out of 10. The lowest initial rating I have ever given. Did that stick? Let's find out. Gameplay. I gave it a 3 out of 10. As I said, the combat does feel good, right? If not for that, this would have easily gone down much lower. But genuinely a 3 out of 10. Too many empty levels, I think, and just really repetitive and boring. Story rating? 2 out of 10. If not for the Lucia section, this would also be a 1 out of 10. But just disjointed, messy, a whole heck of a lot of goulash. Ambiance, a 2 out of 10. If not for the OST, this would have been a 1 out of 10. Again, there's so many just empty levels, vacuums, where there's like vacuums of content that it was such a hard thing to just get into. I found myself really like clawing at myself every time we were like booting this bad boy up. All right, personal enjoyment. 1 out of 10. I did not have a good time with this one at all, chat. I'm sorry. I know this is like one of your goated series, but I really had a poor time with this game. It's just not well designed. I feel like I've always talked about how Resident Evil 5 and 6 are like my least favorite of the series. And like, I feel like they took all the elements that I really disliked about those games, right? And then they just like amplified it and like took out all the interesting story bits and they just gave me slop. So I just really didn't enjoy this at all. So with all that in mind, what is my final rating, my dear chat? It's a 2 out of 10. To me, this is a major skip o'clock skip this game. Skip this game. Save yourself the trouble. This is a mess. This is a mess. And honestly, I wish that when they remastered this, that they fixed it. This is one of those games where I'm like, wow, I wish they like got in there and like, yeah, this one's a mess. Let's, you know, let's change the carburetor. Let's put in a new transmission, all some such. I wish they did that because there is diamonds in the rough here. They could do something cool with it, but man, it is rough. I went on our Discord and I asked you guys what you rate Devil May Cry 2, and this is what y'all said, and I gotta say, we deeply disagree. My dear community, my dear chat, I'm sorry, we deeply disagree on this bad boy. This is not a 6 out of 10 game, in my opinion, but, you know, Mod Games is the birthplace of democracy, as I always say, and 6 out of 10 is your answer, 2 out of 10 is mine.